It's 11 PM. Time to catch a killer. Hello, Mr. Rawlings here. I think this is the last part of the game because Jenks has to solve this by midnight because I think he's been given only a certain amount of days of the case reopened before they got to just, close it away. So by midnight he's got to finish and hopefully catch a killer, if there is one to be caught, of course. So we're just gonna head over to the pub because I can't remember where I left it. I'm not sure who I'm supposed to be talking to. Let's just go in here. Let's see if finally anyone's having a meal at the restaurant. I just don't think they will be. I think it was only for the finding the pills. Whatever it was. No, still no one there. Great. Now, is there any reason to speak to Rebecca?
A few more questions, if you don't mind.
Do you know anything about a locked room at Atlas with mirrors in it?
Not off the top of my head, no. I think that's a question for Ryan.
Yes, probably right. Okay.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
Ooh, what's going on here? Quick hide. Nice blue filter they've put on to pretend it's nighttime. Looks like EastEnders. The horrible blue tint they put on all the filming of EastEnders. Right, what's going on down there in the old farm then? He got his drugs in. Is there any reason to go here? Probably not. Probably wasting time. Ah, it's a box of shoes. They're weird looking shoes.
So James is interested in poppy pods, is he? I think he's got some explaining to do.
Oh dear, oh dear. Naughty James. Just taking ages. Just go to his house already. Damn it. Bingity bong.
A few more
Sorry,
questions,
ding-ding-ding.
if you don't mind.
Recognise this at all?
Yeah, he fixed my laptop.
Does he live locally?
I think so.
Oh, shifty eyes.
Seen this before?
Don't think so.
What can you tell me about several boxes of dried poppy pods in the greenhouse back there?
Feel free to take some if you want.
What are they for, James?
Decoration? Why?
Decoration.
There's a big market for them among the over 70s.
So what are you doing with them?
Selling them to grannies.
Okay, James, let's just cut to the chase. Are you extracting opium from them?
Me? I can honestly say I've never done anything like that, Inspector.
Sure about that.
Scout's honour.
And who was the guy delivering them?
A friend. Someone gave them to him. He asked me if I wanted them. I said I'd have a look and see if I liked them.
You just thought you'd have a look? No particular reason?
I'm a plant scientist, that's what I do.
Have you ever sold them to anyone else?
I only got them a few minutes ago.
In the past.
Mm-hmm.
You know Kate's body had opium in the blood when it was found?
No, I didn't. Hey, that's nothing to do with me.
Let's hope not.
Yeah. Let's hope not, James, or I'll be taking you down the old slammer, my son. Right, okay, and... I suppose he didn't actually grow him, did he? But no, he's not Granum.
That's all for the moment. Thank you.
We'll come back to that.
Couple more questions, if that's okay.
Do you know who this is? Dean Hayfield, Aztec.
Sorry, never heard of him. We have some prisoner of the sort who does our IT. Large guy. No manners.
He is an absolute Fruit Loop.
Seen this before anywhere?
No.
Okay. Okay.
And what do you know about Simon's laptop being stolen from Atlas?
No, I wasn't happy about it.
What did you do about it?
Ryan paid a con man to install a complicated CCTV system. At twice the price that it would probably cost. Seemed to do the trick, though. We haven't had a theft since.
Can you tell me about the room with the mirrors at Atlas? The one with the combination lock?
How did you get in there?
I was given the code for the combination.
By Ryan?
Well, nobody else is allowed to know the code, are they?
Not in theory.
So how's the room used on the course, then?
It's a meditation room where the students can reflect on themselves, literally.
And what about the CD?
That helps too. It's part of the program.
So you send the students into the room, they put the CD on, they stare into the mirrors. And how long does this last for?
Until the CD finishes or they fall asleep. What else would you like to know?
I'd like to know if you killed Kate. Come on, just tell me.
What do you know about poppy pods?
Poppy pot?
Ever come across anyone selling them, using them?
No.
Be back later on, if that's okay. A few more questions, please. Thank you.
What do you know about poppy pods?
Go on.
Poppy Pods.
Ever come across anyone trying to sell them or anything like that? Maybe even in here?
Not that I remember.
Okay,
You're
that's it
evil,
for
aren't
now.
you? You're
Thank
evil.
you. Ask you a couple more things, please.
Did you know about Simon's laptop being stolen?
Yeah, because it had all my college work on it, which I hadn't backed up or saved. Not that it mattered much, but I did buy a new one. And Simon uses it now, when I let him.
Do you know about the mirror room at Atlas?
Mirror room. No, I heard about it, but I think it was only for the students later on in the course. Something like that.
I don't believe you.
Strange question. Have you ever known of anyone selling dried poppy pods?
Poppy pods? Don't think so. Isn't that opium?
Kind of. It's okay.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
Odd question, but have you ever seen anyone handling dried poppy pods?
Poppy pods? As in, for opium? No. Though James did have opium tea once, I think.
Where did he get it from?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't ask. James does his own thing.
What does opium tea taste like?
I don't know. I didn't try it.
Really?
I didn't want to risk it, did I? But I went to hospital once. I had codeine and I went into anaphylactic shock. The doctor said it was an opium derivative, apparently, so.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Probably be back later.
Don't go anywhere, son. Don't you be leaving town. What happened? What a shame.
Just a few more questions, if you don't mind.
Know anything about poppy pods? Come across anyone selling them or anything?
Poppy pods. Well, don't tell anyone, Inspector, but I hear that you can make opium out of those. Why do you ask?
Doesn't matter.
Just stare at your never-ending drink.
That's all for the moment, thank you.
That drink has been in his hand for a long time. Like a long, long time. Is he gonna finish it? Is he just gonna stare at it? I mean, what's he doing? Is that hole ever gonna be open? Nope. Let's have a look around here. Let's go to the woods. Let's go further into the woods. Let's go to the clearing. Oh!
Just keep pushing.
Keep pushing? What are they doing?
Just keep pushing.
What the hell?
Keep pushing. Keep pushing. You can push it all the way in, Tom, if you want to.
Nice. Smarter. Whose fingers? Jesus?
Excellent, Tom.
Excuse me. Would
Yeah,
someone
don't
care
do
to
that.
tell me exactly what's going on here?
Don't come any closer.
That man needs a doctor.
No, he doesn't.
I don't need a doctor. I'm fine. Go away.
What is this?
A test.
Of what?
What does it look like? It's a threshold test. A pain threshold test. I thought, you were supposed to be good at working things out. Inspector Jenks.
How do you know my name?
And so this would be for Atlas, would it? Kyle.
Yeah, I know your name too.
You disappear now.
It's not a good idea to talk to a police inspector like that.
Do you want me to make you?
It's okay, Tom. Mr. Jenks won't be bothering us anymore.
Really?
Don't make any rash commitments.
Yeah, get out of here, you two. You're like thugs from a Harry Potter movie. Oh, some keys.
Well, well. You really should take more care of your things, Ryan. Is your keys, Kyle?
No.
Oh, can I have them back then?
So that's threshold testing, is it? Sticking a skewer through your hand? I could just ask Ryan or Paul directly about this, but I think I'll bide my time. See what I can do with this key fob first.
Boop, blip. Let's press the open button. That's the lock key. You press the lock button, you need to press the other button. You idiot. Is he allowed to do that? This guy does not care about the law.
Bingo. Well, Ryan, what have you been up to? Be very interesting to see how he explains this one.
$500 smackaroonies. Random.
A few more questions, please.
Would you like to explain what this is, please, Ryan? £500 intended for Kate. It fell out of your car. At least I assume that's your car on the driveway at Brandon House.
I suppose so.
So why were you going to give Kate £500, Ryan?
It was just a little incentive, that's all. Just a little incentive.
Not very little, Ryan. £500.
She was a very good student. We heard that she was leaving.
Getting blackmailed.
We wanted to give her something.
But you didn't.
Well, obviously not.
Are you sure there wasn't any other reason you might want to give her this? Personal reason?
No!
Well, I'd like to keep hold of this for a little while, if you don't mind.
Well, don't consider it a bribe, will you, Inspector?
A few more questions, if you don't mind.
Now, why do you think Ryan might want to give Kate a cheque for £500?
I've really no idea. Where did you find it?
Just outside.
You better ask him.
You think Ryan was interested romantically in Kate?
I know he has a weakness for blondes, but I didn't think it had gone so far as his offering them cash.
Blonde? She's not blonde.
Be back later on, if that's okay.
Let's see if the chief has got anything to say about this.
Got something interesting, James?
Very much so, sir. An interesting discovery in Ryan's car. A cheque for £500 from Ryan made out to Kate.
Blimey, how does he explain that?
He said it was an incentive. Apparently he'd heard she was thinking of leaving the course.
What made her so special that they were willing to pay her to stay?
Just a good student, I suppose.
Nah, doesn't add up. £500 is a lot more than an incentive, Jenks. You can buy questions in Parliament for that kind of money. Sounds pretty desperate. Keep on her, Ryan, about it. Oh, and get yourself another drink.
Another drink. Thanks, Chief.
I'm having one. Bye.
A few more questions, if you don't mind.
So, money was meant as a little incentive. Okay. I heard that she wanted to leave. Students aren't coerced or bribed in any way. Aha.
So,
You liar.
students aren't coerced or bribed in any way, except Kate.
I'm not sure what you mean.
You said you were going to give Kate the £500 as an incentive. That's coercion, isn't it?
I really don't think you could call it coercion, Inspector. It was an incentive, that's all, a little encouragement.
So, how often do you use incentives?
Okay, incentive is probably the wrong word. The money was just to see how Kate would respond. It was part of her assessment.
Assessment?
We have to assess students as they progress. We don't use conventional methods like sitting an exam or anything like that. People pay for this course per session. We have to know if they're committed or not.
So you're assessing their progress and testing their commitment?
Yes, we are. We have to. This is a business, not a charity.
So Ryan's claiming the money was part of Kate's assessment. And did this assessment also involve threshold testing, I wonder? Or was the money for something else? That's all for the moment. Thank you.
I don't know what it wants me to do. What did you just say? You just said... How can I forget what you just said? You just literally just said it. He said there's tests. They're testing them constantly. What's that got to do anything? I'm gonna speak to the chief because I don't know. Call the chief. Hi, chief. Help me out, chief. No.
Go on, Jenks.
Well, Ryan claims that the money was something to do with Kate's assessment rather than being a bribe or anything like that.
I'm sure he does.
But I couldn't get any further with it, unfortunately. However, I did see someone delivering boxes of poppy pods to James Wilson.
What? Wilson's making opium as well?
Possibly. I can't get any further with him either.
Right. What's the connection between Wilson and Thompson again? I've totally forgotten my brain.
They both used to live at the farmhouse before Simon moved out with Emma.
So they've got history together. Well, we're missing something here, Jenks. Just try and quiz both of them. Find out about these poppies.
Okay, thanks, Chief.
So let's go speak to Simon. Simon, got some questions for you.
A couple more questions, if that's okay.
I understand that because he says he allergic to opiates. No, he's not though. When did he? Hang on, let me. How do I repeat that?
Odd question, but have you ever seen anyone handling dried poppy pods?
Poppy pods? As in, for opium? No. Though James did have opium tea once, I think.
Where did he get it from?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't ask. James does his own thing.
What does opium tea taste like?
I don't know. I didn't try it.
Really?
I didn't want to risk it, did I? But I went to hospital once. I had codeine and I went into anaphylactic shock. The doctor said it was.
He had code. Hang on a minute. He had codeine but went to shock. I thought he meant when he tried the mirror room. They took morphine, which is another derivative of opium. So how can you be allergic to it, eh?
Aha.
Yes.
You and Kate took morphine in the mirror room. That's what you said, isn't it?
Yeah.
But you're allergic to opiates, Simon. Opium. You didn't take the morphine at all, did you?
Well, no, I didn't. Kate did, though.
I thought you were trying to outdo each other. That was the point, wasn't it?
We weren't trying to outdo each other as such.
Go on.
Ryan wanted me to test Kate. To see how far she would go to be prime candidate.
What candidate?
Prime candidate. It means the best person in the group, basically.
What do you mean, test her?
But you do it in pairs. One person's the tester, it's me. And the other person's the...
victim.
Well, it's not like that. It's completely consensual. It's just boundary testing. Ryan wanted me to test Kate.
Because they thought she was the best student.
Well, maybe. I don't know. I just did what I was told, okay?
Except you decided to give her morphine. To break the law.
Well, I can't change that now, can I? She didn't die of a morphine overdose, did she?
She died because she drowned. But she drowned for reasons that aren't clear.
Atlas seemed to have this all neatly worked out. If Simon's telling the truth, Atlas are lighting the fuse and then retiring to a safe distance, letting students test themselves and push themselves to their limits while avoiding all comeback. Is this what happened to Kate?
Maybe they did a test to see how long she could hold her breath underwater for. She's currently the winner. Yeah, with 20 minutes. Right, so yeah, let's get out of here.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
Do you know what a prime candidate is at Atlas?
Yes, it's what every student wants to be. It's the best student. Apparently you get a great high-paid job afterwards. I don't think that really happens, though.
Did you know anyone
bumped off.
in the running to be prime candidate?
What, like
Liam?
Simon?
Oh.
I don't think they picked Simon, to be honest. Well, he's got too many morals, and you can't have both at Atlas.
What kind of morals did Liam have? And Kate have? Okay, cheers, love.
That's it for the time being. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
A few more questions, please.
Ping.
Do you know what a prime candidate is?
At Atlas, it's the best student.
And what does that mean?
It means they get a guaranteed job with a very good salary. Well, that's the idea anyway.
But?
Mostly they aren't up to it.
What happens then?
They get sacked.
They get drowned. They get bumped off.
Thank you. Probably be back later. Ask you a couple more things, please. Now, tell me what a prime candidate is.
You're learning a lot, aren't you, Inspector? Prime candidates are simply the best students, the ones with the most potential.
And what benefits do they get from that?
Well, they get the top job.
Which is?
Well, we have a deal with various multinationals. We train students to be exceptional, truly exceptional. And they get a wonderful top job. It seems a very simple deal.
And how do you decide who the prime candidate is? Do you test students?
No.
Did you ever, say, ask Simon to test Kate, for instance?
Oh, you've actually been speaking to Simon, haven't you? I really wouldn't trust anything that Simon Thompson says. You know, he spent the best part of 2 months trying to undermine Kate. No. Now, Simon Thompson, it really isn't my place to speculate, but if you're looking for motives, Inspector, he certainly had a few motives, more than I.
A motive to kill her, do you mean?
Now, that's very interesting, Inspector. Well, that's up to you to decide.
Oh yeah, because I'm the guy playing the game.
That's all for the moment. Thank you. A few more questions, if you don't mind. What are prime candidates?
The best of the bunch. The peaches.
And so what does it mean to be a prime candidate?
Success. We have a special relationship with many major international companies. We provide them with our best students. And they get an instant job.
And what do you get out of it?
Well, it's a little kickback. It's
Finder's fee.
just business, Inspector.
Be back later on, if that's okay.
Jenks, tell me what you know first, but this time I've got something to tell you.
Really? Well, what I found out is that Simon was asked by Ryan to test Kate to see if she was good enough to become prime candidate.
Prime what?
Prime candidate. It's the best of the bunch, the best Atlas student. The prime candidate gets an instant job on a fantastic salary as soon as they leave the course.
And how do they work out who's the best of the bunch?
That's what I'm trying to work out.
Well, that's very interesting. I'll tell you what I know, shall I? That name they used to trade under, Third Eye. Turns out they were investigated 3 years ago over an allegation of physical abuse. Torture, Jenks. Witness had puncture marks through both her hands.
And Atlas weren't charged?
There was nothing to charge them with. The witness inflicted the wounds herself. Witness said it was something called threshold testing, whatever that means. Go figure, as they say in America.
Can I ask the Rands about this?
Well, there's no point. They won't tell you anything, and it'll just put them on the defensive. Just keep chipping away at them. Try and find out what this testing involves. That's the best thing. Get something on them, and you'll be in a better position.
Right. Thank you, Chief.
Nearly there, Jenks.
Ryan. Tell me all your secrets, Ryan. Don't try lying.
A couple more questions, if that's okay.
Options aren't tested. Right, where's a bit about room locked? They're not tested yet. He gives them money as a test. What?
Aha. Well, which one is it, Ryan? Do you test students or not?
Well, some of them, yes.
Including Kate?
Yes.
Ooh, getting angry now.
She was being tested because we wanted to see if she was good enough to become prime candidate, okay?
So Kate
Nice
was
drink.
in the running to be prime candidate.
Yes.
He doesn't know how to drink it, he just throws it around.
Simon to test her?
Yes, I did. But I didn't ask him to do anything stupid. He knew it was against course rules.
How far did you ask him to push her?
I didn't ask him to push her. I asked him to test her. There's a huge difference. If Simon decided to give her too much caffeine or morphine or whatever, that's his responsibility. So if he did anything wrong, it was his own responsibility. He did it with his own mind and his own hand. We had nothing to do with it.
Very angry. Very angry indeed.
Midnight, and still no suspect, unless you count everyone I've interviewed. It's no surprise that Ryan wants to avoid any suggestion of being responsible for Kate's death, but I wonder if the man protests just a little too much.
Well, it's midnight, we need to find someone, and quick. But we're gonna have to do that next time. Please like, please subscribe. Call me a prick in the comments if you want. Bye bye.